Thank you for being here on such short notice, but excited. Obviously, a lot of things we want to share with you here in the next few moments, but here today to announce Keith Riggs' transition into the athletic department and as becoming a member of our administrative team. And while we're excited about that, obviously having known him for over 20 years, it's also mixed emotions as his recent decision, which means he will be stepping down as our head football coach. And so the next few minutes won't give us enough time to talk about what he's done for Jenks High School, for the hundreds of kids that he's served in our football program, in the classroom, and beyond. It's, he walked into an unbelievable situation and some big shoes to fill with Coach Trim, and took it with grace and humility and stride, and just built on the legacy that was already in place. 7 years, 7 years, 2 titles, 3 runners-up, semis every year. I mean, that's just the athletic side. But if you know him beyond the turf, you know the impact that he has made to many of our student athletes, our parents, his staffs that he's worked with. And without further ado, I'm going to bring Keith up and let him address you guys. And he will also mention his successor that we're here to celebrate.
Thank you, Clay. I'll apologize in advance. I'm probably going to get emotional. I think this was my 22nd season to be coaching here. So, and it's been an amazing, I didn't make it very far. It's been an amazing time. Fall of 2002, I was sitting in the stands watching football games, and Coach Trimble decided to take a chance on me as an assistant high school coach for some unknown reason. And I would have never imagined how this was going to turn out. I have so many people to thank, and I won't get to them all. Dr. Butterfield and the board for having faith in me. To lead the program after Coach Trimble. The Trimble family and all that they've done for my family and their support. There's a lot more. I can't possibly name them all. The support of our coaching staff, our families, our boosters. This community is just amazing. The support they provide to our school and our athletic programs. I am so grateful for all of it. So, a lot of emotion comes with it being time. It was time, is time, for someone else to lead the Jenks Trojan football team. And, but I'm repeating myself. I'm so grateful. Our principals, Mike Means, for taking a chance on me as a geeky computer science programmer and let me be a teacher here in 2005. It's been a wonderful run. What I learned shortly after beginning coaching is I love football, but being around these kids, it's infectious. The job satisfaction you get from working with these guys. There's just nothing like it. As I mentioned, it's time. It was time for for somebody else to lead our team. I've cherished every moment. But with that, I'm also equally excited to introduce you to our next head football coach, Adam Gaylor. Come on up, Adam.
I won't be as eloquent as Coach, way more intelligent than I am, and I guarantee you I'm going to get emotional up here. So I apologize in advance. These guys know that I'm going to get emotional. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Butterfield, Dr. Byer, Dana Zell, Coach Martin for believing in me and giving me this chance. I understand just how immense and huge this is. This is a big deal, and so I appreciate them having the faith in me to be the next leader of the Jenks Trojan Football Program. I can't thank Coach Riggs enough for taking a chance on me, bringing me here. We had I had an opportunity to be here before 2019, and it didn't happen for a variety of reasons, and then God nudged me and said, that's where you need to be. For a variety of personal reasons, you saw later why I needed to be here. I can't thank him enough for bringing me and my family here to be here as part of this program, and Coach Trimble's a part of that as well. I want to thank the staff. I know some of them are here. Without them, I'm not very good. Those guys are amazing. They do an amazing job with our guys, and I can't thank them enough. Staying up here, long hours on the weekends during the season, and putting up with me. Probably more importantly, they're pretty special for that. And lastly, not least, the players. I want to thank them. Without them, I'm not, it doesn't, nothing else matters. Everything is about them, and I cherish the relationships that I've built with these guys, and not just the guys here, but the guys that I've coached at other places. They're all very special to me. I tell them they're just like my sons, and they are, and I treat them like that because I love them dearly, and they're a huge part of my life. And I shouldn't have said lastly. Definitely last, but certainly not least, my family. My wife, Kenzie, my daughter, Addison, my son, Kason. I'm just, we've made several stops along this coaching journey of mine, and for them to put up with me and make it work out. Whatever we needed to do from a family standpoint and even a job standpoint, whatever we needed to do, to help you, Adam, and I'm forever grateful for that, because I know I put them through some hardships, and I'm forever in their debt, and I love them to death, and I wouldn't be here without them, without their support and their love, and I appreciate them so much. And I know what's expected of this job. Being here 6 years, competing against Coach Trimble, and getting my backside kicked several times by Coach Trimble and Coach Riggs. I know from the outside looking in, I knew it was a great place to be. I didn't understand how special it was until I was in here. And it's not the football aspect of it, but it's the people, it's the community, it's the support from the administration, the support from our parents, the boosters. That's what's amazing. I've never seen anything like it, never been around at the different schools that I've worked at, never seen anything like it. But I know, I know there's a lot of expectation, which I look forward to. I have since I was defensive coordinator, since I first got here. I embrace the expectations and understand that winning's a big part of it, but it's not all of it. The relationships that you build with the people in this community, the kids that you coach on a daily basis, the staff that you work with is probably the most important aspect of it, and that's a big piece to it, and I understand that. But I tell a story when I first started working here, because you start working in Jenks, people are like, what's it like? You know what? And so I'm like, well, once you get up on the 3rd floor and you hang a left and you see, you know, all those gold footballs sitting in that trophy case, and then you hang a right and you got Coach Trimble and those other, you know, state champions looking down on you in those pictures as I'm walking by the office, you understand what the expectation is, and they're kind of saying, hey, let's carry it on. You know, it's up to you. So I take that every single day. I look at those pictures, I look at those gold balls, and every single day I understand, you know, what the expectations are, and what our job is as far as carrying on the legacy of this football program that Coach Trimble and Coach Riggs have done an unbelievable job running over the last 3 decades. The Jenks community, I wanted to thank them as well. When my wife was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, they were unbelievable. They came to our side and supported us in every way. Our players did too. They were unbelievable. The school administration reached out and helped my family and I in an unbelievable way. And so I am forever in their debt for how they embraced us and did anything they could to help my family out. I think I'm saying this right. Please excuse me, Jenks lifers, if I'm saying this wrong. But Jenks isn't where you're from. It's who you are. And once you've been here, once you've been inside of it, I was on the other side of it, but once you're inside of it, you understand that it is, it's who you are. And, the Jenks community has embraced me as one of its own since I've got here, and I can't thank him enough, and I look forward to this opportunity, and I am, to say overwhelmed and fired up all at the same time would definitely be an understatement. But again, I can't thank our school administration, Coach Riggs, and his model of leadership, and all the help that he's given me, and I'll forever be in his debt, and I love him, and thank you guys for being here.
You want to do that first?
I want to go ahead and take care of that. I miss probably the most important thank you of all, my family, who my wife and my daughters, Alex and Kelsey, who all made amazing sacrifices for me to walk away from a technology business that I was running to become a school teacher and coach here. So I am forever grateful for the 3 of them and all the sacrifices they've made, all the practices they've made, all the lunches they brought up here for our coaches on the weekends. So I certainly had to come back and thank them for that. All right, back to you now.
No, you stay up here. No, obviously, thank you, and these 2 are going to be available for any questions you may have. It's up to you. You want to do them one at a time. Obviously, selfishly, I don't want Keith's legacy here to get overshadowed as we celebrate this transition, because what a phenomenal man he's been, and as we transition into Coach Gaylor. So I'm going to let Keith come up first, if you guys are okay with that, and at the right time, we'll bring Adam up. Yeah, come on.
Here. You can rapid fire to either one of us.
Hi, Coach Riggs. How long has this been developing? When did you decide you wanted to transition into the athletic department?
It's been a little while. Not so much that it was time, but just that time was coming. Probably the last couple years. Really wasn't sure that now was the time until after the season was over and time to reflect and what would be involved in doing another year. So it has been going on for a little while, but it was just finally, for a number of factors, it was time.
And what led to the decision to not open up the job to everyone and just to have Adam take over?
Well, I can't speak for Dr. Butterfield and Coach Martin and the board, but in my opinion, we've already got the best choice. So why take the time to do something that's going to come to the same result? You could argue probably either way, but in my opinion, we already got the guy. So let's move forward.
Coach Riggs, having been in this position yourself about 7 years ago, what advice would you give Coach Gaylor now stepping into the position that you did 7 years ago?
Well, we'll probably have a lot of conversations, just like Coach Trimble and I had 7 years ago. But, you know, Coach has a little bit of an advantage. He's been a head coach. I hadn't been. So there were a lot of things that, even though Coach Trimble told me, I really wasn't prepared for until I was in the middle of it. But Coach Gaylor's going to do a great job. He's not going to need a lot of my advice, even though I may give some. Anyway, but yeah, I'm here to support him as well as all of our other athletic programs.
I'll need a lot of help just to finish that off.
And Coach Gaylor, I know you probably talk a lot about this, but just by observing and being with Coach Riggs these years, talk about the example he has set.
Oh man, I understand the shoes I've got to fill. You know, I probably feel like he did 7 years ago. You know, right now, just the example he has set's been unbelievable. Is it 9 state championships total, Coach? Is that what it was? He's won 9 state championships, 2 as a head coach. You know, semifinals. You know, every single year he's since 05. So. You know, from a football standpoint, I'm not sure I can. You know, I hope I lived up to those expectations, and that's what we're planning to do. But it's going to be a difficult chore. But just how the relationships he has with the people here at Jenks, with our players, with our staff, how organized he is. He's a lot more organized than I am, and just you know, outside of coaching stuff, just how he's handled certain situations, whether it be with parents or boosters or you know, things that are kind of outside the on-field activities. I've taken notes and paid attention over the last 6 years for sure.
When they approached you with this opportunity, what was the initial reaction?
Yes. Yes. You don't. Again, like I said previously, in a different capacity, I had a chance to come over here, but for personal reasons, family specifically, I wasn't able to make it work. And then, like I said, about 12 months later, God kind of gave me a nudge, and I found my way back here with Coach. But this is an opportunity that I couldn't turn down. It's one of the, you know, it's the elite of the elite. You know, it's a national program. You know, I think I said it to somebody this summer. You know, we're Alabama. You know, everybody wants to take a shot at Jenks. You know, everybody we play, we're going to get their best shot because of who we are and because of all those gold trophies we have. And that's just the way it is. So when I was, first of all, humbled to be asked by Coach and by Coach Martin, I wasn't going to say no. It's an unbelievable opportunity, one that I never in my wildest dreams, especially when I was, you know, getting my head bashed in at other schools by Coach Riggs and Coach Trimble. Never thought I'd have this opportunity, and so grateful for it.
Anybody else?
You guys good? I know Rob's going to be sending something out as well. Rob, is that correct?
I already did send it out.
Okay, wonderful.
So everybody should have it, but I also have hard copies back here if you want a copy of the press release. I'll grab one.
One question for you.
Yes.
Adam, you wanna get that? Why did you think that Adam was the right man for the job?
All you got to do is be around him. You know, when you move in any leadership position, you're looking for guys that can connect, communicate, get the best out of kids, love them, right? And you spend one day on the football field watching him run a defense and communicate and coach and lead meetings and all those things. I agree with Keith. There was no need to conduct. There he is. There's the guy. There's a reason he was named associate head coach this past year. That's how much this department has thought of him. And so it won't take you long if you haven't watched him just to see how phenomenal he is at what he does.
And obviously, it's clear the feelings you have for Coach Riggs and for Coach Gaylor. As a kind of bittersweet. What's the kind of entanglement of emotions when you're seeing one guy
Yeah.
transition out? and one
Sure.
transition
Well, selfishly, we're going to have Keith in the athletic department now. We're getting ready to put him to work more than he has been on the admin side. And it's bittersweet only because such an amazing man who did an amazing thing has made a decision that's best for him and his family. The sweet part of that is you replace him with somebody that's ready to do this and build on that and just keep taking us to helping us reach huge successes. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.